got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking feel famous.
Hey everybody, it's the
pocket, no change, okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game, okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same, okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They can't take it to 10. Hey.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is
just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. club, sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still, he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
3rd and long for Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 44, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Kansas City's offense coming back out here for their next drive. And earlier, Charles, we talked about their 33-28 win over Baltimore to get to 3-0. That game was one of the most anticipated matchups in the early part of the season. And although Kansas City had a couple of weak moments, they got another victory. And you're just wondering, who's going to stop this team?
That's a great question, because you've got to find a way to shut down their offense, running it, throwing it, and specifically Patrick Mahomes. Now remember, Mahomes has been playing with a tweaked ankle. He hurt it week 1 and has continued to play through. Doesn't seem to affect his right arm at all. But this Ravens defense really challenged him. Coach John Harbaugh greenlit some really aggressive play calling, but they found a way. And now they go to Detroit, and then they're home against Indianapolis. This KC team, they're awfully hot.
And by the way, CD, the Chiefs' Andy Reid has passed the great Chuck Noll for 6th most wins in NFL history, so congratulations to him. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Charles, I want to go back to the Cowboys' 3-0 start here as their offense comes back out onto the field. As you said earlier, they started slow in the game against Miami. Good second half, but how about the ground game? They had 2 guys go over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, Zeke Elliott, you expect. 3rd week back after, missing much of the preseason. He's in full form now. But their draft pick out of Memphis, Tony Pollard, got his first 100-yard game in the NFL, looked really good doing it. And, of course, they can throw the ball to the outside as well. Amari Cooper, who they got last year in a trade, he found the end zone twice. This is a team that is very dangerous on offense because if you shut down any aspect, they've got plenty of other places to go that can give them production.
And I would like to thank Amari Cooper on my fantasy team, and I really appreciated those 2 scores. So thank you, sir.
Attaboy, Amari, hooking a man up.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Elliott on 1st down going absolutely nowhere as he'll lose about 3 on the play. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Kill. And turn it out. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Partner, switching gears for a second, a really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor. And, of course, his son Clay was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2, son who's playing for the Rams now is 3. When he popped out there to see the rest of the family, all of them wearing the 57 jersey that Clay II wore with such distinction for Cleveland for all those years. When he played long enough, a lot of people think he played with Otto Graham. I mean, it was amazing. About nearly a 20-year career there. And just phenomenal what he got done. And even better to see his son able to pop out there and share the moment with him on such a special night. Just phenomenal.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll run it with Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He's crying.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL, the 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right?
Definitely a possibility, but I like the way that Jacksonville comes into this game. A big win on Thursday night at home against Tennessee and riding their hot rookie quarterback Gardner Minshew, and their defense looked ferocious again.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Prescott finding Witten, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think the last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here now, a look at LaShawn McCoy. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that. He's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for... It's caught inside the 25. Now a signal and a timeout call. as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Muscles him off. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 64 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. That's good for 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 27, Prescott. This to Jarwin.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll buy some time right. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. He rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we have the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville, because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterbacks. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate, and has continued good play since then. And let's face it, the Mustache Mania is sweeping Duval County as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
Best actor in a lead role, I'm assuming you're going Mahomes.
You have to, because we kept saying he couldn't possibly do what he did last year. He's on a pace to eclipse what he did last year in every category. And by the way, hasn't thrown an interception yet. And
he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. From the 41, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. This is Elliott, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Right there, 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 44, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, 32 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes now to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Well, Prescott here to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. That one complete to Hill. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They should take it to 10.
Hey.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day offense.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 74 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Rams offense working their way back out here at 3-0 on the young season. Interestingly tied with the San Francisco 49ers atop the NFC West, also at 3-0. But let's look ahead for the Rams. They host Tampa Bay, then they'll travel to Seattle. How much do you like this Rams team, Charles?
I like them a lot because we've seen throughout history teams that get to the Super Bowl and don't win traditionally struggle the next season. And this Rams team has put that behind them, the loss to New England, and found a way.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like... chair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Goff. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And, look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you've got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at #1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season.
You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly. Throwing on third, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Finding some room at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun. Goff. Thomas has got it. Complete. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Carolina's offense coming back out here. Now, earlier, Charles, you and I talked about the Panthers' 38-20 win over Arizona. Got them their first win of the season, and Kyle Allen was great. But I want to talk about the defense now. They sacked Kyler Murray 8 times in that game.
Led by Super Mario Addison with 3 himself. They also picked him off twice. That was Dante Action Jackson getting both of those. There's room for hope in Carolina because if the defense continues to play like that, the offense will do its part. How about run CMC, Christian McCaffrey? 188 all-purpose yards, including well over 100 on the ground, and a big sprint for a touchdown.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true.
The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Woods, the intended receiver. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense. Had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1, but let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
To throw again. Newton forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll roll him out right. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sidewalk.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Goff now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's third and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense, and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Newton throwing complete to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. After the sack on first down, Newton to the right side, and he's got more complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Airing it out for Olsen, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. Nifty move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it going the other way.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Carolina.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards there and a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, 33 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes Cohen. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now it's Trubisky. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
So that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. CD, let's continue the discussion that we were having earlier when New Orleans first came onto the field in that opening drive. They had that win against Seattle, 33-27. Teddy Bridgewater was great. But for Sean Payton, how about this? First win as New Orleans coach without Drew Brees under center. And it doesn't hurt for Teddy Bridgewater to turn around and have Alvin Kamara behind him.
You're exactly right about that because he could hand it to him, and Kamara ran for 69 yards and a touchdown. He can throw it to him, 9 catches, 92 yards, and another touchdown. And speed was all over the field for New Orleans. How about the punt return by Deontay Harris for 53 yards and a touchdown? Helped break the game open.
Brees will try again on second down. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a third and long. Brees going to throw.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. On the return is Cohen. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on first down, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a second down coming up. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Trubisky. He's going to look deep down the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Brees now. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 and the 45 in enemy territory. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. On the ground, Kamara, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Brees. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Brees. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I can see he's looked pretty good to this point. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, 41 yards as the Bears push further out in front. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, kill. 0-2.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They run. It's Kamara. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
It's just me and you.
On first down, Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get this down to the 10. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 10 yards out as the Bears push further out in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd and short.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. To throw, it's Breeze. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and now it's 3rd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from a yard out as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Breeze now on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had to have time, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe
a breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing, despite the injuries, retirements, guys being unable to play, I'm seeing these youngsters and backups come in and play well in a lot of cases. Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville has taken charge there. They got their first win. Kyle Allen, 4-touchdown pass for Carolina in relief of Cam Newton. They got their first win. Going into week 3, the collective quarterback rating for the season, 94.0, which was the highest at that stage of the season in a long time in the NFL. So maybe the quarterbacking straits that we talk about all the time aren't as dire as we've made them out to be.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, man, watch the boots. Watch the boots.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Breeze. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. He was second in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Breeze. It's caught. Smith. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on third down, Breeze. Again has it complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We're waiting. 59, Mike to 59. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now on second and 16. Breeze. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Check.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Breeze going to come up here, first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
We're good.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Slam.
It's Davis on the counter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels. Break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. It's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. The result there is the offense is going to come back on the field. A 1st down as they get 12 on the fake punt. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab.
it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball.